So there's a thing about disability advocacy in the sense that when you're advocating for persons with disabilities, you need to put into cognizance that there is disability and there are intersections of these disabilities. And it means disability comes in layers, the experiences comes in layers. So if you're bringing it to the Nigerian context, you come to realize that a person with a disability can have experiences based on their gender, based on their class, based on their region, based on their ethnic group, or whatsoever factors that might be around them. So like if a woman with a disability and a man with a disability come together, you come to realize that their experiences are different. So for me, I came up with what is called the triangle of vulnerability, and in this triangle of vulnerability, I came to realize that women and girls with disabilities are at the top of this vulnerability triangle, meaning that they are more exposed to forms of violence or abuse or limitations or restrictions. So right now, women are trying to fight for women's rights, feminist movement, and then you come to realize that you have this issue of women not being fully represented. Then come to think of being a disabled woman, so it means it's like double problem on top of you being a disabled woman in Nigeria. It means you don't have access, you're kind of limited, not by yourself, but you're limited by the constructs that society has put around. And then when it comes to class, you realize that persons with disabilities from poor families have different experiences from persons with disabilities from rich families. So persons with disabilities from rich families, they have the luxury, they have the access, they can pay for whatsoever the problem is. When they say you cry in your Lamborghini, that's what persons with disabilities do when they are from rich families. They cry in their Lamborghini. They have the best technologies that could help them to thrive, to succeed, to excel. But then we have persons with disabilities who are from poor backgrounds. They don't have this luxury, they don't have access to luxury, they don't even have access to basic amenities that could help them thrive. And it's one of the reasons why when you're advocating for persons with disabilities, I feel the best place to start these advocacies from the grassroots, because these people don't have the experience, these people don't have access to education, these people don't have access to healthcare services or to assistive devices, which are quite expensive. So we need to realize that there is this intersection between class. And then when it comes to ethnicity, you realize that a woman or a person from the northern region have different experiences from a person from the southern region. So in northern region, I might be limited by religion or some other factors that affect the north, and then someone from the south might have limitations based on the factors that affect those in the south. So when you talk about disability, it's a broad topic because it touches every single thing you can think of, and that is why I feel like disability advocacy should be something that should be at the top of whatsoever advocacy is going out there, because persons with disability exist in every sector. As a woman, as a man, as a child, as a rich person, as a poor person, wherever you are from every part of the world, disability is something that you would find in all these things. So there's this relationship, very tight, knitted relationship between disability and intersectionality. And when we are advocating for persons with disability, we should put this into our mind that, okay, I'm advocating for these people, but I have to realize that their experiences are different. And how can I marry these experiences and ensure that I give solutions to their problems? Because despite being a rich person from a disabled person from a rich family, there's still these experiences of this stigma. There's this stigma that comes when you have a disability. Whether you like it or not, people will stigmatize you. People would treat you differently from how they treat others, because naturally, society has a standard of how people should be. And when you are disabled, it means you are different. Not in a good way. You know how somebody will be too fine, like, this guy is too fine. But it's different. You are different in a way that is not acceptable to the society. So we need to advocate for these people. Why am I saying this before? We need to advocate for persons like me. We need to advocate for persons with disabilities, because, we have over 250 million people in Nigeria, and in these 250 million people in Nigeria, we have over 25 million persons with disabilities. Now imagine living out these 25 million people. Do you know the amount of resources and wealth that could come out if we can equip this way, even if it's 15 million in this 20 million, if we can equip them with the right resources and skills that will make them, like, that will give them that boost, that confidence to go out and try and to dish out value, it's going to be crazy. Like, we need to think about this.